Hello everyone, thanks for joining us here on Horizon. I'm Andy Barth. Rob McClendon is away this week. When people think of Oklahoma agriculture, things like cattle and wheat come to mind. But thanks to a dedicated group of agriculturalists, wine is hitting the Oklahoma scene in a big way. Today, more than 50 wineries and vineyards span the state, and many of them have been mapped out into various wine trails. And hot on that trail is our Elisa Hines.
A program being launched by Oklahoma Agritourism in conjunction with Travel OK is putting Oklahoma vineyards and wineries on the map, literally. And I was able to go down the trail to visit a couple of places in search of tasty Oklahoma wine.
Oh, look, she's carding him.
Where is your ID?
Awesome.
You don't even have an ID?
Kristen McGee enjoys interacting with visitors of all ages at Claren Ridge Vineyard and Winery in Edmond.
Okay, you're good to go. They can see a lot of different stuff. We have winery tours of our facility, wine tastings, sit outside on the patio.
A winery featuring Oklahoma-grown grapes.
We have 9 different varietals right now. We try to actually use all of our own grapes. However, just like every other winery in the world, if we have to, we do have to supplement what we can. But what we try to do is keep all Oklahoma grapes. We'll go out to other Oklahoma growers, try to get them from them. And if they have a bad harvest, I mean, we all know about Oklahoma weather, then we'll try to go to California if need be.
According to Oklahoma Agritourism's Jamie Cummings, wineries like Claren Ridge are a reflection of a growing industry.
The Oklahoma Wine Trail is a conglomerate of 31 wineries in the state. There's 10 trails. There's 2 to 4 wineries per trail. They're kind of meant to go at a leisurely pace, but you kind of set yourself, it's a self-guided tour, so you can make it an overnight, maybe stay at a guest ranch or a bed and breakfast in the middle of that. You can take your time and see each unique winery.
Unique things like Claren Ridge's Wine Cave.
We are Oklahoma's only wine cave. Now, it's not a natural wine cave, it is a man-made wine cave. But there's 18 inches of concrete all the way around, so it stays a constant temperature throughout the entire year. We keep it anywhere from 60 to 64. Really nice, especially during summertime if you're hot. Also makes one heck of a tornado shelter. Just make sure you bring a corkscrew.
Now the trail can take you all the way from rural vineyards to a winery in the middle of town.
I mean, it's fun to work here. I really like working here, doing tastings and things like that.
It's going to be the sweetest bread that we make.
Marty Rogers is with Urban Wine Works and says they're not quite like other wineries.
It is a little different. If people come in and ask for the tour, our building, obviously, as you can see, is quite small. So, we're like, well, this is our tasting room, and there's the restrooms and the kitchen, and that's it. But our wines are uniquely our own, and you can only get them at our store.
And at Urban Wine Works, you can even enjoy your wine with a little food.
We always run a few dinner specials. Normally that's going to be a steak, some kind of fish, and some kind of chicken dish. We also serve our tapas menu from 5 o'clock on.
Now, Jamie says the Oklahoma Wine Trail came about in hopes of making visitors aware of our burgeoning wine industry.
Before 2000, there were 4 wineries. Now there's over 60 registered with the ABLE Commission. So the industry is booming. Most people don't know that there's wineries in the state. And so we wanted to, number one, get that awareness out there. And so we were hoping that the Wine Trail would do that. And then a second fold, we were hoping that it would be just a grab and go map that people can grab and see rural Oklahoma and travel the state.
Available at oklahomawinetrails.com, the map leads you on an adventure into Oklahoma wine country.
Most of them are operating vineyards, and so you're going to meet the winemaker, and they're so passionate about what they do. They're so excited to meet you and tell you all about their wines, how they make their wines, and several of them, there's a little key on the trail that will tell you if there's an on-site vineyard, and most of them will be more than happy to take you around the vineyard and show you, depending on what time of the year it is, what's going on with their vineyard and how that affects how they make their wine. And then most of them have their winery operation right there. Will they take you back there and let you see it fermenting and all the tastes and smells that come along with that. It's pretty neat experience.
So download a map and plan your trip down the Oklahoma Wine Trail. Congratulations on the new wine trails.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh wow, that's really good. Now, each stop on the trail is open at least 2 days a week with set business hours. So check the Oklahoma Wine Trail's website to find out the hours before hitting the trail.
So, Elisa, I hear that agritourism has a special promotion to help launch these wine trails?
For a limited time only, they have a special passport that you could download from the Oklahoma Wine Trails website. And as you go to each winery, you can receive a code. Once you've received codes for all 4 wineries on that trail, then you can go back to the website, enter your code, and receive a charm for that trail. Now you could actually receive all 10 charms for a complete set.
Well, certainly sounds like fun. Thank you so much, Elisa. And when we return, I visit with a vineyard owner about the barriers behind shipping wine in Oklahoma.